there are different stages to the company. You mentioned there's a product market fit and there's a scaling part of the company. Okay. And you said there are different KPIs for it. If you're building a team and how would you go about hiring teams? Are there different teams on different stages, uh, or the same people doing with different KPIs? How would you structure those teams?
Sure. Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, you know, generally speaking, there's two ways that I'm looking at this. One is through the lens of the company's values, and then the other is through the lens of the actual skill sets to accomplish the goals. So in most businesses, you're going to have a core set of values, and you're going to have a way that you measure against those values and attributes that you're looking for, really for any employee across the business. And those can be working values, but they can also be cultural values as well. And so you're generally going to have some sort of scorecard that's used kind of across the company. In that regard, that's out of my control to some degree. I mean, as a leader, I can inform some of what that looks like, but it's more of a team-wide effort to define what those values are. On more of a team level is where I think I have a little more leeway in making the assessment. And generally speaking, I'm looking at certain core competencies that are desirable at each level of the business. So to give you an example, there's one question that I ask where I actually would prefer a different answer depending on the role. So the question is, do you love to win or hate to lose more, and why? If I ask that question to an SDR, I want them to love to win because they're going to lose like 99% of the time. They're going to get ignored. They're going to get nasty responses. I want them to love winning because if they don't love winning, they're going to quit after all the losing they're going to do. Um, with that being said, like with an account executive, I want them to hate to lose. You know, I want them to expect to win. I want them to be very competitive, and I think that they should take losing personally. They should really be understanding, why did I lose? Doing a post-mortem on that and using it as a growth experience. Not to say that the same isn't true in reverse, but you get the idea. Like there's a different skill set that's required, and mentally they need to have kind of a different idea of how they're going to go about their day. So I'd say that, I'm generally thinking of the questions I can ask that help me measure the attributes that I'm looking for.